pretty entertaining.
That's awesome.
But no, I think for my number one, I'm gonna go with chicka chicka pow pow. I'm gonna go with Sparty. He's just kind of badass.
Yeah, he is.
A giant green Spartan.
Yeah.
I don't think Spartans wore green. So it's a weird color scheme for them to choose.
Yeah.
But I confuse him and the Trojan.
Yeah, because
They look
the same.
They look very similar.
Yeah.
And I think the Spartan should be dressed more like the Trojan, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows?
Still cool. Honorable mentions. I like the West Virginia Mountaineer because he's kind of along the same line.
Yeah. Is the Leprechaun?
Yeah, he's kind of just a normal dude.
Yeah. Oh, and like the Florida State
Indian.
Seminole.
Yeah.
We don't use the I word.
Sorry. Tennessee's dog and Georgia's dog.
Oh yeah, I love the live animals. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they live a life of luxury. Mike, the Tiger, LSU.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of. Navy doesn't have a mascot, but every time I don't think they do. They might, but every time they score a touchdown, all the midshipmen come down on the field and do push-ups. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Who else is out there? Who's got a cool mascot? I feel like I've seen so many cool mascots.
Dude, I will say, even though I went there, I think the Demon Deacon is pretty unique.
Yeah.
He's terrifying.
Cool.
Yeah. Shout out Tom Kyoto.
Gators got
There's a bunch of other, yeah.
Albert and Alberta.
Yeah.
Real creative.
Kind of funny.
Real creative, I'll tell you. They brought a live gator one time, which is
wow.
Weird. I wouldn't do that.
Wow. What about I like Buzz. Georgia Tech. The giant bumblebee.
The Hoya is pretty cool.
Ooh, yep. Hoya.
They're not really a football school, so.
Nope. Bama's just that giant, weird looking
elephant?
Yeah.
Because
stupid mascot.
Roll Tide elephants.
Roll Deeks.
I don't understand.
Do we miss any good ones?
The Crimson Tide.
What's UCLA?
I don't know. The Balls.
No, everybody just calls them
big
UCLA.
Baller brand.
Right?
UCLA Bruins.
Yeah, but everybody just calls them UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
The Bruins. What's the difference between UCLA and Cal? Oh, California, Los Angeles. I got it. We're good.
Who else is out there? TCU Horned Frog is pretty cool. Their mascot, I don't know what it is, but it's a horned frog. Who else is the Buckeye is pretty...
Oh, the Buckeye is pretty great.
He is pretty great. I hate Ohio State with a passion, but...
Oh, why is that?
Urban Meyer leaving. Faking his heart attack.
Illness to leave Florida
because Tim Tebow was leaving and he knew this problem that Florida has had the past 10 years would come. They would struggle.
Yikes. Before we go off on that tangent, maybe we should cut this honorable mentions off. Oh, the UVA Cavalier. I got to give shout-outs to him. Although, I like the old Cavalier better.
The Buffalo in Colorado.
Yeah.
Just letting them run loose.
Shout out, Drew.
Yeah.
Okay, so Husker Do's and Husker Don'ts.
We named almost all the mascots.
Yeah, I think we should try to name everybody. Husker Do's, Husker Don'ts.
Husker Don't. I got this from Victoria, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
Shout out Victoria.
I have nobody sending me Husker Do's and Husker Don'ts.
Shout out my girl Victoria.
Your girl?
Yeah. So Husker, don't lock your keys in your car, because if you don't know how to break into a car, it ends up being quite expensive to get a locksmith out there and unlock your car for you. So that's a good one. Are you texting Nick and asking for some?
No, I'm not.
I can do a Husker do.
Yeah. What do you mean unless you're very good at breaking into cars?
I mean, you can use like a hanger.
And go up and over and do the little shimmy jim.
Yeah.
I feel like
older cars, it's easier to do.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like newer cars kind of fix that.
Yeah. Unless you have an obvious button, which mine would be easy to break into because the button is huge and all you have to do is click it.
Good to know.
There's nothing to get out of my car, so some old golf clubs.
Nice. My old golf club.
No, one. Yeah.
I said club. Singular.
That's not old. That's new, pretty much.
Yeah, it is. It's probably the newest club that you have.
100%. Husker do use. Husker do use.
It doesn't get any better if you just say it again. Everybody's filling in that next word.
Reusable water bottles.
So just like how about just Husker do reuse your?
Well, you like a Gatorade bottle. One
use
of those
like
squeezy
a long term.
A Yeti.
Be committed to a water bottle. Don't just
instead of just keeping using plastic.
Yeah.
Even though I drink 18 water bottles.
One of my favorite things to do, or one of my favorite memories is one of my favorite memories is the signs at school, which were like, you could go around the earth 5.5 times with the number of water bottles that were used last year. Like, it's like, okay, that's kind of a weird way to measure things, but
yeah.
All right. What if they were different size water bottles? Are you sure? Okay, I'm ready. I just thought of these on my own.
I'm sure. Are they appropriate? If they're from Nick?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not from Nick. They're mine, totally. Just kidding.
Shout out Nick.
Credit to Nick the Rat King. Husker do remember to buy Triscuits when you're at the grocery store because they rule.
Mm-hmm.
That's honestly, you can't go wrong.
In this household.
Dude, Triscuits. Oh.
We eat an entire box.
Well, yeah, and I'm always going to have cheese somewhere. And just, can you not do the fidget spinner? There's always going to be cheese, so, you got to have Triscuits. I love, like, nibbling. I love Triscuits.
Yeah.
They are pretty great. And if you have easy cheese,
one
of my favorite Mitch Hedberg jokes was, he said, I was on a bus late at night, and I had a box of crackers and easy cheese. It was dark, so I could not see how much easy cheese I was putting onto my crackers. So each bite that I took was a surprise of finding out how much easy cheese I put on my crackers. So I began to think,
please stop kicking Husker.
You just literally interrupted the middle of my joke.
Yeah, but you just destroyed his belly.
Stop. Please. So, now, you just ruined the entire joke. But I'll finish it because it's great and I know Nick will appreciate it. So, I began to think, why do they not make glow-in-the-dark easy cheese? It is not as if your product had any integrity to begin with. That was the joke. Okay, you're done. Husker, don't call the cops for a noise complaint before attempting to speak to your neighbor first. That's a good one. That's a good rule of thumb.
I really like that one.
It's like, have you seen the movie Neighbors with Seth Rogen and Zac Efron? It's kind of what that movie was built on. That's a great one. Yeah. I have a feeling Nick got the cops called on him recently.
that's just common courtesy of a neighbor that you like. If you don't like them, I understand it, but most people out there like their neighbors. It's hard to not like your neighbor, especially in this neighborhood. Yeah,
but what do you think about in Brooklyn, in Crown Heights?
Probably everyone hates each other.
Probably.
So.
Probably. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think that will complete.
Yeah, that's good to go.
Our.
Tobacco, rappo, tobacco, rappo. Tobacco, rappo. Shout out to Chris Lansford.
So, any final thoughts before we close this out?
I know your final thought. Never use a fidget spinner.
Throw it into the fire. Cast it into the fire.
Can Game of Thrones not be postponed for 2 years?
Yeah, so it might be fake news.
I saw that.
Like, it's a rumor that they might wait until 2019.
I'm really needing it to come back next year.
I need it to come back next week. But
Spain, hack it, and
oh my god,
new season.
What would your level of excitement be if they just came out and it was the best kept secret and they're like, guys, we're just kidding. We have the last 6 episodes ready and they're going to start being released today. In fact, they're all out and you can watch them right now live on Netflix.
You know how That would be awesome. But you know how
They just
upset
switch from HBO to Netflix.
we're going to be upset when it's over. So I don't want to rush it
No,
like that.
I'm not going to be upset when it's over because they're going to release it. They're going to do one spinoff,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, but all those spinoffs are so for sure. Because I was going to say, a lot of times when they talk about spinoffs,
They
it
have
doesn't
one
happen.
for sure.
Okay,
They've talked about 4,
which
but
is
there's
awesome.
definitely one. It's going to be a prequel sequel.
Yeah,
Prequel sequel.
so
Prequel
prior. Yeah, I read about it.
spinoff.
Yeah. Cool. That's my
They
final
could
thought.
do Robert's Rebellion, or they could do A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, which follows Sir Duncan and Egg. I've read that book. Great book. All right, I'm sounding like a nerd now. Nerd. Just shove myself in the locker.
Locker room in the clubhouse.
Yeah, locker room talk.
All right.
Ladies, gentlemen, in case you didn't know, you're listening to DC Sports Daily podcast. The podcast about DC sports and whatever else we want to talk about, while we talk to you about sports while suffering through Huskers' horrendous farts.
Holy cow.
They're bad today.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So give us a follow at DC Sports Daily P1.
Give us a follow also at DC Sports Daily P1. What
And
platform is that on? Twitter. Glad you
we
asked.
are going to figure out this website in the next day or 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Probably
the weekend on our off days.
I don't know. We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
We'll get to it eventually.
Catch us at the Nats game tomorrow in row A of section
Guys.
140 in our Rhino and Doctor suits. Well, I'm just going to have a hat, but
What if we got you a full Rhino suit?
I don't know if that's allowed.
Probably not.
Star Wars Day is the only time you're allowed to wear costumes.
But you can't wear masks.
Yeah.
Mask off. Mask off.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Follow us at DC Sports Daily P1.
And
Ladies,
email us.
Gentlemen.
No, that's my line. But email us at dcsportsdailypodcast@gmail.com with any comments, critiques, suggestions, or you can just leave a comment below. If you are not listening to us on Apple Podcasts, why don't you hop on over there, find us, rate, review, and subscribe.
Unsubscribe, and resubscribe.
As many times as you want. As long as you end up subscribed. Yeah. And, give us that 5 stars. Give us a nice little review. We have 3 reviews. All of them are 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all of them like us.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm guessing all of you thousands of listeners out there like us too. Ladies, gentlemen, for Corey Thesson and Jack Maestri, this has been DC Sports Daily. Have a blessed night.
Good night.